Joda Home Inspections. Today is July 13th, 2026, and we are at 4796 South River Meadow Way. We have the camera pushed out 88 feet to the city connection. Now we're going to record it and pull it back and see what we find. Notice there's a little bit of a high spot right before it drops into the city line. There's the city line there, and you can see how we kind of go through a little bit of standing water. Not incredibly long. Didn't feel like there was an offset or a lift in the pipe. It felt like it was just kind of gradually sloping up. So I think there's a little bit of a high spot. That makes it so that the water on the house side sits a little bit, where grease is more likely to settle. And when that happens, it makes it easier for a bigger piece of waste to get stuck. Basically, if enough waste gets stuck, it can create a blockage. But that was not a ton of standing water. Also, being so close to the city line, it would really have to back way up, and at that point it's more likely that it's going to work its way into the sewer line, build up enough that it flows in, then have a complete blockage and back up into the house. It would be ideal for it to just drop straight into the city line, but far from the worst that I've seen. This is PVC pipe. This is a plastic line so far. A little bit of cast iron. Looks like that's a sewer access point. So somewhere outside there's another spot where the line could be accessed. The issue with cast iron, even just a little bit, is it gets so rough and rusty. So you want to avoid putting wet wipes down the line, or basically anything else that you can avoid putting down. I'm accessing the line through a clean out in the basement. It's really high up, which makes it really hard to access. I'd recommend another clean out be added lower on that pipe. It's right behind the water heater. We're going through ABS, which is a different type of plastic. The issue with ABS is that, especially with this age, the glued joints can have a tendency of leaking. I didn't see any that were actively leaking. However, most of them are in the walls where it's concealed. So it's not something that can just be visually inspected. ABS is real common for the age, but it doesn't hold up as well as the newer ABS or PVC. Very good. So a little bit of standing water right before it drops into the city line, but it's plastic. Little bit of cast iron where they had a clean out installed. But overall, the line looks like it's performing the way that you want it to be. You got good grade for the most part. No offsets, no roots. I'm going to end this recording now.